24 October 1959, Montreal Gazette. It's no funeral parlor, it's way out. Story by Bill Banty, photos by Mike Gravel. The sign across the door, slopped there in white paint, says in French, "Don't be afraid, this isn't a funeral parlor." And man, it isn't. It's way out, like it's jumping, daddy-o. The street is dark and you walk up, then down a flight of stairs into a cellar, and you come beard to beard with Montreal's beatnik set. This is El Cortijo, the place where the beats meet. It's a place where patrons are encouraged to paint on the walls, to spend hours over a 15-cent coffee, to read poetry aloud, play the piano or guitar, exhibit their paintings. It's a meeting place for those who haven't arrived and for those who live for the moment. They are docile people, says co-owner Hospicio Ruiz, a Spanish one-time manufacturer's agent and designer turned boîte operator. It is only dirty tongues who say that narcotics are used by some of our patrons. Seated there in the dimly lit cellar, many of them look as if they're in a different world. A girl with long uncombed hair sits droopy-eyed, oblivious to the noise and the crush of people about her. A youth with a beard and a shirt that he hasn't changed in weeks reads poetry to himself. One by one they arrive to rehearse their rituals of revolt and nonconformity, but, as Ruiz says, they are a pacific lot. A discussion by a group about Sartre gets out of hand, and Ruiz approaches their table containing half-empty cups of espresso coffee gone cold. "You will quieten down or you will leave," the swarthy Ruiz commands. "Oui, patron, oui," says one of the bearded ones, and the debate resumes in quieter tones. "Narcotics? The very idea is ridiculous," Ruiz continues. "Many times they cannot even afford the price of a cup of coffee. I have to give them credit." Ruiz launched El Cortijo, pronounced El Corte, and meaning a farm in Andalusia where bulls are bred, in August 1958. With a partner, Antonio Rios, a machinist originally from Cordoba. They did little to decorate the place. A former garage and warehouse on Clarke Street. The floor, in fact, is still bare cement. The patrons themselves, led by Paul Tex Lecor, the uncrowned prince of the pad, provided the atmosphere. Here and there, a bull was painted to the wall. An old red cloth became a matador's red cape. Portraits of pretty girl habitués were sketched on the walls alongside a cat, the real kind, and marked Pussy Beatnik. The misspelling apparently bothers none of the beatniks. A yellowed bullfight poster was glued to a wall. Other walls became a makeshift art gallery. Unknown artists begin to sell their work, says Ruiz. Exhibitions became so popular that the walls are booked until February. Among the exhibitors, an anemic-looking youth who said he painted while under the influence of the brain fever, whatever that may be. And so the place has thrived, not as a big money maker, says Ruiz, but as a place where the beat meet their fellows. Mostly they drink coffee, one of 5 brands, espresso, cappuccino, Viennese, Spanish, or American, varying in price from 15 to 25 cents. Others have Italian soft drinks. Few ever order the food. Ruiz stopped selling meals because the beats don't eat. A sandwich known by the Spanish name of bocadillo. It has happened that a patron brought in a sandwich from outside. "I don't mind that," says Ruiz, "but I was annoyed one day when a customer called the waiter over and demanded mustard." Who are the customers of El Cortijo? Many are art students, others are would-be actors and actresses, some hope to be writers and poets. They are of all nationalities. The one thing they have in common, their scorn of the square world.